Shrimp tacos with mango salsa and a sweet lime crema. This dish is not only a beautiful color combination, but also brings together just the right amount of savory, sweet, and spicy. Hi there, y'all. I'm Tom, and this is Empty Pantry Entrees, a place where you can come to learn all the skills you need to make delicious creations from only the odds and ends in your pantry. And today, we're making one of my favorite summertime meals, shrimp tacos. But not only that, we're gonna be topping things off with a deliciously sweet and spicy mango salsa, along with a cilantro lime crema. Now, if that doesn't sound good to you, I don't know what else to say other than, get out! I don't want you here on the channel. You are overstaying your welcome. Get out. Get out. But for anyone who's still along for the ride, I think it's about time for us to move on. For the mango salsa, you'll first collect a quarter of a large red onion and break it down into a fine mince. With that done, you'll scoop up and place into a mixing bowl in which you'll be assembling your salsa. Next up is the jalapeno, which is spun, de-stemmed, cut longitudinally into halves, de-seeded with the baby spoon, and then again chopped into a fine mince. The key here is to break everything down into as small of pieces as possible. For the mango, you're going to cut along the side of the pit and try your best not to hit any of the woody center. And I might be revealing my inner Gen Z here, but I did learn this next trick on TikTok. Take your mango halves, slice off the tip to create a flat, exposed edge, then bring out a regular old glass. Now, you're going to use the circular edge of the glass to act as a wedge between the skin and the flesh of the mango. It should make this a nice and easy separation. Dump that out and give it a turn over and dice again into small bits. Now before we go ahead and add the lime juice to our mango salsa, we're going to collect way more zest than we realistically need for our crema. But hey, doesn't hurt to have extra. Once adequately de-skinned, slice in half, then squeeze thoroughly, making sure to catch any seeds that try to jump into your salsa. No surprise chunky bits today. To dress this boyo up, we're hitting it with half a tablespoon of olive oil, half a teaspoon or so of black pepper. I definitely overshot it on this one, but hey, it'll be alright. Quarter teaspoon of salt, followed by approximately 1 handful of finely diced cilantro. Feel free to add more or less if you'd like. I'm a cilantro head, so I will be using a very liberal amount with my inclusion of the stuff. Then, finally top things off with 1 teaspoon of garlic mince and give it a good old toss to combine and incorporate. Then cover and send off to the fridge while we prep the other things. The first of which is our sweet lime crema. You can buy some of it at the store pre-made, but whipping up a small batch is hardly any work at all. Simply combine approximately an 8-ounce container of sour cream with a pinch of lime zest from earlier. Along with that, you're going to add in a teaspoon of honey, hence the sweet portion of the sweet lime crema. Finally, a smaller, yet significant portion of minced cilantro. This dish is going to be a nightmare for anyone with the cilantro soap gene. Add then to the mix about 1 teaspoon of lime juice, a couple shakes of black pepper, and then get some mixy before letting it sit in the fridge for at least half an hour, but ideally longer in the 2 to 4 hour range to let things really get to know another. And with that, you now have plenty of time to work on the spiced shrimp portion of the dish. Now, since I live in landlocked Ohio, and fresh shrimp is essentially a fairy tale here, I'm fully comfortable using the frozen stuff. Just dump it into a colander and rinse with lukewarm water to break down the ice. Then de-shell and de-vein as necessary. Approximately 2 to 3 shrimp per taco. Personally, I try to buy de-shelled and de-veined whenever possible, but it all depends on what's available when I'm in the seafood section. The only thing that I skip is the pre-cooked shrimp. After they finish their bath, take these shrimp on over and pat dry them before tossing them into a container with the following seasonings. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and a drizzling of olive oil. Mix that around to fully coat these crustaceans, then bring them on over to a cast iron set to a medium-high heat. Drizzle on a small bit of olive oil, rub it around to pre-grease your cooking surface, then completely optional, but if you want to flex on your chopstick skills, this is prime time for it. These shrimp cook incredibly quickly, just 3 to 4 minutes on each side. This being the case, toss your corn tortillas onto a flat skillet to give them a bit of color and pliability. And look at that, these boyos are looking incredibly savory. You know that they're done based on the way that they curl up into a circle and touch head to tail like they're doing a little crunch. When they're at that point, you gotta get them out of the pan as soon as possible. And if you've timed things up right, your corn tortillas should be finishing up here any moment. Perfectly colored and slightly toasty. Also, a key piece that I accidentally left out of the mango salsa earlier was a half of a red bell pepper. Not only just to balance the color profile and make it more visually appealing, but also to give a bit of a texture and a crunch. Assembly here is super straightforward. Tortillas down on a plate, smack on a few shrimp, followed by a hefty scoop of the mango salsa, and then optionally a pinch of some thinly sliced purple cabbage. And lastly, add in a scoop or so of your sweet lime crema. And now look at this, y'all. I'm telling you, these tacos are freaking incredible. Super savory, sweet, satisfying, and fulfilling. They give you a little bit of everything without weighing you down with all of the grease or cheese that sometimes come with tacos. Overall, you get a light and fresh yet fulfilling summertime dinner. And if you want to throw these onto the barbecue and make it a family ordeal out of it, you've got just the right idea. Perfect for a barbecue. These tacos are sure to make anyone you invite over happy. And if you want to make me happy, consider subscribing and sharing this channel with your family and friends. It really does help the channel grow in the long term more than you know. But with that, that's all I have for you this time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.